Yeah, we're back. Yeah, tonight I'm going to try a little something different. Something I've been really wanting to go in detail with people is some of the bands that are really, really important to me, and just the sheer amount of stuff I've collected over the years for some of these bands. Some of my absolute favorite bands, some bands that mean a lot to me, some different stories, some fun stories. Yeah, is so I guess my first reaction, my first comment should be, I've never seen Ace Ventura. I'm not really a big Jim Carrey fan. So my point of reference for the band we're going to talk about was not that movie. But we're going to talk tonight about Cannibal from Buffalo, New York. Fucking Cannibal Corpse. As you can see, I got CDs, shirts in the background, got some DVDs, remember when they were a thing. Got some fun stories, got some cool, weird stuff, and a relic I dug out from deep in the collection that I won't throw out because it just means so much. This isn't a ranking. Under any circumstances, I've never tried to figure the ranking out for a band like Cannibal, but I will try to pick a song off every album and try to remember what I can, like if I have like a specific memory attached to that album, be it like a life thing or just something stupid that happened. But let's start at the very beginning. Now, they were formed in Buffalo. Now, they are considered part of the Floridian later scene, but they moved to Florida from Buffalo, New York. Okay, so the... what are we going to do? What in order? Let's do t-shirts. No, let's do t-shirts first. Okay, so my first Cannibal Corpse shirt was this one. As you can see, absolutely fucking destroyed. Had to cut the sleeves off. They were butchered at birth. Baby corpse on the back. You can't fucking make out what's on the cover anymore. I think I was 2011, so I would have been about 15 when I got this, or maybe it was the year after. I don't really remember the timeline. But I had this shirt in high school. I kind of just didn't give a fuck, and I had a really weird experience one day where this girl said to me, I was just sitting there eating McDonald's. We were on a bit of a school exam thing, and I was sitting there quietly with some people and wearing the shirt. It was no shame that I was a Cannibal fan, because if I had a chance to wear this or a Slayer shirt in high school, I would wear it. But I wore this and never really spoke to the girl in my life. But she looked at me and she said, "Well, no wonder you're a depressive fuck if you want to wear shirts like that and listen to the music you like. I'm shocked you couldn't kill yourself, you asshole." And I was just like, well, at least I didn't have 3 abortions, but that's not my life. Fitting t-shirt being the butchered at birth artwork and the dead baby. Cannibal. So I came home, and then I told my mum years after that story. She goes, "Is that why you stopped wearing it out?" And I said, "Yeah." And you kind of said maybe it was a little bit graphic, because I have an updated version of the same shirt, and it is kind of a graphic shirt with the butchery and that. And the sleeves got cut off, so I wore this sleep shirt for 3 fucking years straight, just about. And I retired, and then when I thought about doing this video, I had to go find it. And this is such... I think I've worn this maybe my Motorhead everywhere, Louder Than Everything Else shirt. This might be my most worn shirts. Except I have this Australian Slayer tour shirt that I have worn just about weekly for over 10 years. But no, It's Cannibal. I'm never going to get rid of this shirt. So this is the first shirt. So then we go to this one, which is a classic logo shirt. Nothing to be said about that. I still wear this. I've had this one since I was in high school. I think I was about 16 or 17 when I got it. My mom thought, oh, you can get it. I don't care if you have the word, because the word's readable, but I just don't really want the logo. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I think I was about 17. I was walking around some shopping centre, and I ripped my shoulder on a metal bar at the end of an aisle, and I always said to my mother I'd get a new one. I'll cut the sleeves off, I'll retire it, but I just can't be bothered. And this one's been places. It's a classic Cannibal shirt. Another one everybody needs to have. Alright, so then we're going to move on to this. This is the Cannibal Corpse, and this is the Skeletal Domain logo imagery. And this is from the 2014 tour. Now, that at the bottom is Brisbane. Now, I saw them on the 9th of the 13th, 2014. It was my first death metal show, and it was fucking incredible. They haven't played here ever since, so it's been really annoying. We've gone through, 3-4 albums since then? Yeah, we've gone through 3 different tour cycles. They haven't come back. Don't really know what's going on. But it's Cannibal. It's my tour shirt. I got to see them. It means a lot. Still wear this one regularly. So I think around that time, or maybe the year around then, this would have been the year before, so we skipped 1 year, but this is the 25th anniversary baseball long sleeve thing they did. The 1988 death metal to 2013, Buffalo to Tampa, classic. Not a big baseball shirt kind of guy, so it doesn't really get worn a lot, but because it's the 25th anniversary, you gotta have it. And weirdly, this is the last one I bought. Well, I didn't buy it. A friend sent it to me for my birthday. It is Cannibal. It is butchered at birth. I bought it again. A friend said, what do you want for your birthday? I said, I'd really, really like a long sleeves. I sent her some designs, and she said, what about Cannibal? And I went, yeah. I was thinking that's got the butchered at birth on the side. It's got the Cannibal logo. Cannibal Corpse, and it's bright, and it's red, and it's vicious. Well, this out a couple of weeks ago. I got some comments on it, and it was really good, because they were, oh shit, we don't see fucking Cannibal shirts like that anymore. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't know where the fuck you're hanging out, but no, I love this artwork. This fucking artwork is incredible. So yeah, that's my shirt collection. Very oddly small, but I buy too many shirts anyway, so I never really fucking add more, but only 5, and this is one I will never get rid of. But let's go through the CDs. Now, I have all of them, except the live albums. I've never really been a big live album guy, but who knows? Okay, what do we got? We're going to start in order. These are the reissues. These are the Metal Blade reissues. So this is, we have Eaten Back to Life. This is more like a thrashy kind of a death metal album. As you can imagine, this is 1990, no, this is 1980. No, it came out before, that was 1991. Maybe this was 89-ish. I can't really fucking remember. Why can't I remember this? It was more a sound. 2. I should have done a little more research on this, but I did not. Yeah, 1990. So it's got all the classics. This was back when you had Bob Rousset in the band, you had Jack Owens, you had Barnes, Alex and Paul, why have I blanked on that? But the verse, it's Vince Locke artwork. He has done all of their artwork, and it's really good to have his artwork continuously follow their career. Cannibal, no winner, Scattered Remains, Splattered Brains, and Skullful of Maggots. So those are that's my pick on this bad boy. It's classic. It's not where Cannibal Sound really hit its thing, but it's definitely a fun one. Alright, next up, we're going to go to 1991 with Butchered at Birth. Now, you will notice this is signed. It is signed by Paul. It is signed by Alex. It is signed by... Oh my god, why am I blanking on this? It is signed by... I have completely fucking forgot who the hell signed my CD. Rob Barrett and Pat O'Brien. Now, this is signed because that day I got to see them in Brisbane, I met them randomly at the airport. And they were super nice guys. I was an 18-year-old kid, and I just was like, oh, well, why the fuck not take CDs? What the hell could happen? And fuck, walking through the baggage claim, and there's Paul walking towards me. Came over, started talking. You could see I was nervous, so he took me around all of them, and it was a fucking sick show. So that is why I got Butchered at Birth completely signed. This is my favourite Cannibal album, that is obvious. Gutted and Vomit the Soul, Rancid Reputation, Butchered at Birth. It's just I love this album. I love this artwork. I think this is fucking peak death metal. Scott Burns, Vince Locke artwork, fucking Cannibal Corpse, man. Alright, now this seems to be the one that everyone kind of favours, but I don't necessarily do. It's fucking beautiful, incredible album. It's fucking brutal as all hell. This is the third album, Tomb of the Mutilated, from 1992. Now, you got the fucking classic of Hammer Smashed Face. This next song is about shooting blood out of your cock. I come blood. Fucking entrails ripped from a virgin's cunt. Post-mortal ejaculation beyond the cemetery. It's such fucking sick stuff. It's artwork. I'd get this on a t-shirt, but even I think it's going to end badly. So yeah, third album. And this is a new one. A new edition. It's just to round out the collection. It's the Hammer Smashed Face EP from the year after. A couple of... what do we got? Black Sabbath cover. I got a Possessed cover. A couple of songs from Hammer Smashed Face. Tomb of the Mutilated. There's a Black and Black reissue. I've gone over this in a previous video. It was just a collection filler. You know what it's like. Alright, and we've got The Bleeding. Great album. Not my pick for top tier Cannibal, but we got some fucking bangers. This was one of the last ones I had issues tracking down. See, this has got the Exorcist bonus song on it. I think Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead is a fucking near perfect death metal opener. Fucked with a knife, stripped, raped and strangled, force-fed broken glass is a fucking brutal song title. The Bleeding. It's a fucking great one. Alright, next up, we've gone to the first really big change. Chris Barnes has left. Fired, left, who knows. But we got, with George, we got the Vile album from 1996. It's a fucking great one. It's got a live DVD, but I cannot remember where the live DVD is from. Is it on the back? Okay. We got some stuff from Berkeley. Oh, full set from Berkeley, 1997. Yeah. Alright, what do we got on this one? What's good? Devoured by Vermin, Disfigured, Puncture Wound Massacre, Eaten from the Inside, Orgasm Through Torture. Another fucking Scott Burns one. This is a Metal Blade 25th anniversary edition. That's why it's got the bonus DVD from when Metal Blade celebrated its 25th anniversary. So that's really cool. Alright, so we've got Gallery Suicide up next from 1998. I think this is really good artwork. And I think it is because it's just a bunch of people committing suicide in different brutal and nasty ways. A lot of them have this artwork, like this, like the cathedral looking thing. But yeah, I lucked out and got the original. What do we got? We got Gallery of Suicide, Blood Drenched Execution. I always really liked the Every Bone Broken. That was always a fucking banger. Alright, then we've got from we skipped a year. Oh, okay, so we have skipped a year. My mistake on this one. Okay, so my mistake, we've skipped a year. So then we've got Bloodthirst. This is still, Jack Rousset had obviously left the band by the early 90s. Pat O'Brien had joined around the last album. Colin Richardson did the production on this. He's done a lot of bigger stuff. Always thought this was a really cool artwork, very similar to something like out of a David Cronenberg movie. Don't know if it's a bug or what the fuck it is, but it's a very weird looking creature. Bit of body horror, bit of John Carpenter's Thing. A bit of, is it a bug? I have no idea. Like, who fucking knows? That's a fucking banger. Recommending Dead Human Collection and Hacksaw Decapitation, Blowtorch Slaughter. Alright, then we're going to go to 2002 with Gore Obsessed. Really don't have a recommendation for this one because it's a really solid release. Dormant Bodies Bursting is a banger. I do remember that being good. Hung and Bled. I'm like, that's fucking nasty. Yeah, Gore Obsessed. Another fucking banger. So this is another new one. This was the Worm Infested EP that I picked up just to finish the collection here. Still haven't had a chance to spin this, but it has got worms and naked women, so it's Cannibal Corpse for the women, and we all know what that looks like. Alright, so this one I am a fan of. Richard Spawn, man. This one's fucking nasty. What can I... So Jack was still in the band. I think he'd kind of become jaded. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing on what the timeline is and what really happened, but I know a lot of them have this image right there as theirs, but this is, I got the good one. I got every uncensored artwork that they've done, just about, except for a later one, but that was because, I don't know, they changed that fucking thing. The Wretched Spawn, Cyanide Assassin, Severed Head Stoning. This one, I gotta fucking get a shirt of this one day. It's a fucking brutal art. Alright, and the day I got to meet them, I also got another album signed. I got Kill signed. Now, I know it's got the least offensive artwork, as they would say. It's well documented that they kind of wanted to take it away and do something different, and kind of lure you in to get you get this. Now, it's cool, but No, it's not going to come up right. I don't know. I've heard on record that Vince was never happy with how it turned out, and he had something else he wanted to do. But yeah, man. See, it doesn't really have a lot. Usually they have like artwork and mini little drawings and stuff in the like inside stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the fuck happened with Kill, but this is 2006. This is Rob's in the band now, so Jack is gone. This is their last major lineup change for a long time. Yep, as you can see, all signed. I haven't spun this one in a while, but even though it is the simple artwork and just the word kill, I do think it has its punch still. Okay, now, this one's fun. This has got a live DVD, the making of. And it's really interesting to see how Cannibal works and how they're, like, what they're really like behind, when you strip away the music, and they're just human beings, and it's always interesting, like, they come up with some of the most disturbing and disgusting lyrics in classic death metal, but they're not those sorts of people when you come into contact with them. I guess this has, like, their last, like, hit, like a radio hit, Evisceration Plague, which is the name of the album from 2009. It's got Making Of. It's a good fucking album, man. It's Priests of Sodom, wonder what that one's about. Skewered from ear to ear, ear to eye, difference. It's fucking great, man. Okay, so we're coming into around 2010, 2011. That's kind of when I found them. I was about 15, 16. Look, a guy I knew showed me their lyrics one day in English class, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Why the fuck is anybody into this shit? And then I kind of got into, like, Slayer. I was getting into, like a Monomath and, like, Children of Bodom. I know not, like, old school death metal, but I was starting to become a little bit more interested in what else there was, and I wasn't looking at the lyrics and I wasn't looking at the imagery. I was just listening to the music, and I really, really started to get into Cannibal. And then they dropped the 2012 album. In 2012, of course they fucking did, James. Stupid fucking cunt. Can't remember shit. Torture. Now this has the internal thing. It's fun. It's pregnancies and all sorts of weird shit. There is the thing they made with that as a character. So yeah, this one came out. This was my first album, like, new album coming out. I was excited. I was like, fuck yeah, Cannibal Corpse is coming. Got a new album. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. And I was on this the other day just to see what I could remember from it. And holy shit, it's got some bangers. It's got Scourge of Iron, which has got some of the stupidest fucking heavy riffing. Like I love that. As Deep as the Knife Will Go is a fucking... That's another one. I don't think Cannibal has ever slowed down. They're still releasing brutal, fucking pummeling, catchy death metal. They've gotten a little more brutaler in recent years. Like, it's coming back. It's the vicious. So yeah, that come out. That was my first new release, and this was. I'd come out and I was anticipating it, but this was my first release where I was really, like, following it, the making of all the singles. Got to see them on this tour. Got to get the album before it came out, because they have a bit of a reputation over here with we don't like their way of, we don't like their images. They've never liked death metal in Australia. It's a big thing. It's an old interview with Pungent Stench, which is quite funny, and the guy's like, oh, you know, your songs about killing and dismembering and, like, sexual violence, and he goes, well, you realize it's just music, right? Like, we're not actually encouraging people to do this. Oh, but you're portraying this image that's negative. And he goes, well, you like horror movies, people like horror movies. And he goes, well, yeah. And he goes, we just write songs and they have the musicality of a horror movie. He's like, and then he's just fucking stunned. Yeah, it's a great fucking interview. I think it's from like 94, 93. Yeah, man, like fucking Killer Become, Ice Pick Lobotomy, The Murderous Pact, Bloodstained Cement. Which one has Encased in Concrete? Is that the one? Oh, this is the one before it, my mistake. I always thought that was on this one, but I was very wrong. Okay, so, then we got this one. Now, again, Australia's had a very nasty reputation. Was it these two? Yeah, I think so. With, they don't like to sell their albums in stores where kids can buy them. Fucking got to teach the cunt somehow. So this is Red Before Black. Now this is a lot stripped down in terms of artwork. It's a good album, man. I'm not going to sit here and rank them because then I'd have to sit there and spend more time trying to figure out everything. But I grabbed a Cannibal Corpse album. I'm happy, man. Shredding the Human Skin, Red Before Black. That's great stuff. Okay. Another one they said they weren't going to sell in stores, but a couple of months later, I found a copy in a store. So, you'll see. Now they have switched to digipacks. I don't know why, from dual cases. It fucking irritates me, Metal Blade's doing that. As you can see, CD with the thing, got the actual fucking spine, so it makes sense. And then they go and do this. This is 2021. Can't get the fucking fucker out of here. You got to go through and take it and bend it, and then you get the fun artwork. So this is what the artwork they had, and this is the fun artwork, which was on different art shirt. I think I've seen shirts of like this, man, like different song. Vince has always been incredible with his artwork, and he's just a genius. And how he can like create these images, it's just fantastical how he's done it. He does convention appearances, and one day hopefully I get to meet him just to say thanks, because he's like, there's no one really like him. Like, you get Seagrave doing his artwork, you get Repka doing like the more thrashy stuff. You get Necrolord doing his castles and black metal. But in terms of violent, when you think of death metal, you think of violence and brutality. And this artwork, man, this is what you need. So you go, what do we got on this one? Inhuman Harvest. That is a fucking banger of a song. Alright, so then we get the last one from 2023, being Chaos Horrific. Back to how a digipack should be going now. This was the first big change, because this... No, that was the one after that. I should have done a little more research into this. Okay, so this was around the time of the whole Pat O'Brien thing. So this was the first with Eric Rutan, Fred Eternal, done a bunch of production work. Did a really good Belphegor album, I have to say. He's been in Morbid Angel in different periods. So yeah, he's I think focusing on Cannibal full time. Or at least, I don't even know if he's really a full member, or if it's just this let's see what happens kind of a thing, but it's been going on. Well, see that? It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick shit. Nah, it's Cannibal, man. Let's fucking 16 albums in, 35 fucking years, still releasing some of the most fucking crushing death metal you can see. And that is the entirety of my CD collection. Now, I do have 2 extra bonuses, because I've always kept these, and they are interesting. So we have, first up, the Centuries of Torment DVD. move these out of the way. And this is the history, I think it was 2008. So this is the first part of their history. And it really is an interesting documentary. It's got all sorts of interviews from different people. I think that there's a bunch of I think Ice-T is in it. Fucking Jonathan Davis from Korn. There's a thing about the merchandise, and that's a really interesting part. Compelled to Illustrate, Every Band Broken, Ink, Maniacal merch. There's deep into it. There's some really good stuff. It's got a bunch of live stuff, a full disc of fucking live shit. From Full Force 07, Toronto 06, Partystan in Germany 05, really old shit New York 2000, Jacksonville, Florida 1996, Memphis, Tennessee 94, Buffalo 89. So that would have been really, really fucking early stuff. Then a bunch of music videos, but it does only go up to about 2008. And I know live DVDs aren't a thing, but this having a sequel would be great. I know you'd have to touch on the more recent stuff, and you'd have to be careful how that plays out, but it's embossed. I don't even know why I got this. I just saw the artwork and I was like, fuck yeah, Cannibal. And then I watched it, and even my mum was watching it, and she was fascinated by how deep this stuff goes, across the world. She didn't know that, in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Tennessee, is a guy that is collecting for the same reasons I'm collecting, or fucking the middle of Hiroshima in Japan. Why I said that? Finland. See, fucking Trevor from the Black Dahlia. I think he is somewhere in this DVD. But then there is this one. This is the second one they've done. Now, I think there is maybe 2 or 3 more. There's a Live Cannibalism DVD. There's something about the Monolith of Death tour. There's a live show up from Holland, I know that. I've got some more recent live footage. One from Bloodstock a few years ago is pretty fucking good. But yeah, this is the Global Evisceration tour. I think this has also got a bunch of stuff that was done in Europe, where they had the Black Dahlia and Skeleton Witch touring with them. Because they were going through, they had a thing in Colorado, and they recorded the show in Colorado, and they recorded the show in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they did a bunch of fucking shows, 5 continents, 40 countries in 2020. God damn it, 5 continents, 40 countries, 2009, 2010, Evisceration World Plague Tour. This is another really good fucking documentary. With mixing with the live stuff. I don't know if they ever released the full live sets they recorded. So apparently they recorded the whole shows in any version, or just the whole footage. But that'd be interesting to see. But it's mixed in, but the documentary stuff is really cool, and it's just good. So, 15, 16. I'm 29 now. 14 years, 18 CDs, 2 live DVDs, a concert, and I'm going to put in something special at the very end, which I have collected and I've got to figure out how to do. Something very special in my archives, in my collection. Bunch of shows, countless hours of drinking beers, talking to the guys about, oh, fuck, man, Cannibal. They've never fucking become pussies. None of that poser bullshit. It's Cannibal. They're not the easiest band to sell somebody on that isn't into gore and fucked up stuff and humor, but they're maybe my favorite quintessential death metal band, and I fucking love them. Now, this is a series I would like to continue. I'd like to touch on Slayer, because I've got some cool stuff from Slayer. Carcass, because everybody knows I'm a Carcass nerd. I think maybe I gotta grab a few more things to figure out a few more. I kind of want to pick bands that are really, really important. Not a band that I've only been into for like a year. The bands I have more of like the catalogue. I'd love to do one on Hemorrhage, but I just don't have all my Hemorrhage stuff because I got a lot of cool stuff from that. Um, Dismember's an option. It's big is a big possibility. I've just kind of got to figure out a few more things. But thank you. And I did post the second part of my patch jacket. Didn't exactly do as well. So if you did like the first one, please go and check it out. I really do like making these videos. It gives me something to focus on. But thank you, and fuck you all.